everybody, and welcome to the finals of the first weekly for the Season 3 Eternal Tournament Series. And we are jumping straight into Game 1 with Mesmerizer on Stone Scar Aggro against Platypus on Stone Scar Burn. Take us away, Rhino.
Yeah, it is fire and shadow as far as the eye can see, except in Mesmerizer's hand, where they don't have any fire sources, but they've got a couple of instigators, which might be able to get them somewhere. Meanwhile, Platypus is opening up on the old one drop into backed up by Burn Spell into a tiny Champion of Chaos next turn. So not really great, like incredible hands on either side, but Platypus at least gets to cast all of his spells in this.
Yeah, he at least can cast his spells, fortunately enough. Might elect to not play the Champion of Chaos. Platypus, might not elect to play his Champion of Chaos here in favor of waiting for the extra shadow to make it a 4/4. And definitely picking up Instigator makes that a much better call.
Yep, and opts to then, because of that, go with Shadow on the Diplo Seal, which means you don't have access to double fire unless you draw the Fire Sigil eventually. And of course does it right on time. And then just wanted to guarantee the 4/4 Champion of Chaos this turn. Yeah. Mesmerizer, meanwhile, still on the back foot, hoping to find a fire source. And even if that happens, it's still going to be a tough spot to get out of here.
Yeah,
second champion or first champion is the problem.
Definitely going to be a tough game. I think if you're Mesmerizer, you know Platypus is 2 points of fire influence away from making the champion. I think you're going to go Fire Sigil here and pass and try and ambush the Cabal Countess.
Yeah, I think dealing with this this champion is priority number one. Like playing a 3/3 here or 2/2 just doesn't do a whole lot on this board. So yeah, I agree with you that I think holding Countess is definitely just the best line you have available here. Just sometimes Countess can work as a removal spell, except when your opponent draws Rapid Shot off the top. Boy, Platypus probably doesn't know how timely that was, but it turns out it was. I mean, couldn't ask for an actual better top deck there.
Yeah, he really couldn't have there, and this has made things quite a bit more awkward for Mesmerizer now. It doesn't have any good plays. Going to have to go with the Ricano Outlaw Torch line, but we already see the Obliterate in Platypus's hand. Going to clear this, push 4 extra damage, and with that, yeah.
Yeah, I like holding the Torch there because at least that gives you the option if they do ultimate, you can then use Rapid Shot defensively, but then how are you torching? I don't know. It was a tough spot for Mesmerizer just based on this draw, but I think I liked holding Torch there, at least as far as lines go. Platypus is running out of gas, but gets the 3rd fire source, and that's going to push through the damage he needs.
Yeah, and now Mesmerizer is actually just dead. I can't find a way he gets out of this game. I'm trying to think of what top deck he could have, but yeah, he recognizes it too. He knows he's going to take 5 here, and
Impending Doom's going to hurt him too. I mean, once you add that up, it's over.
Yeah, even if he had put another unit in the way anyway, the 2 units would have only soaked 1 damage apiece, which would have still rolled 3 damage over, which would have added up to 8.
All right, so this is best of 5. Platypus takes the first. No sideboard yet. So we're just going to run it back and jam some more aggressive cards into each other.
Yeah, we're going to see who can go ahead and get the turn 5 or 6 closeout this time around. And Platypus with a good start, but Mesmerizer also with a good start. Both these players have really solid openings this time around. Not going to be seeing no plays until 4 or 5.
Yeah, and Mesmerizer, the key here is on the play, but Platypus with the sneaky good Grenadin drone in this matchup, especially against Mesmerizers, gonna shut down that Oni Ronin real hard.
Yeah, those Grenadin drones are going to be quite frustrating. Never really want to swing your Oni Ronin into there, getting a 1 card for a half card.
The good news is Ricano Outlaw does match up decently well against it, but still having your opponent's 1-drop blank, 2 of your own 1-drops, not a great start to a match.
Yeah, not particularly a great start at him. Mesmerizer are going to have to figure out what he wants to do here. It's going to definitely be a Ricano Outlaw on the way back, but I have a feeling we're not going to get the swing. That's going to be a little
all
unfortunate.
the players are double checking to make sure they didn't sideboard, but it looks like they got that clarified. And yeah, Mesmerizer just gonna bite the bullet, offer the trade, maybe bluff the rapid shot. But if you're Platypus, you just sort of like, all right, if you have rapid shot, you have rapid shot. I'll trade a drone for that.
Yeah, it's card for a half a card either way, and unfortunately, yeah, because of the way it was blocked, Platypus getting the other Grenadin drone back, and this presents a lot of interesting cases. This actually, weirdly enough, isn't a safe board for Mesmerizer to actually swing in this Ricano Outlaw.
I think you still swing with it because taking out 2/1/1s is pretty important for your just your hand.
Yeah, I think you have to swing with it either way there. I think I agree.
Yeah, but now you've got an interesting choice. Do you play the champion while it's exposed to torch? Do you play a couple units that do nothing on this board? I think Mesmerizer realizes, I'm going to just have to dodge the torch draw here and try and get there with these slightly large units that hopefully get upgraded soon.
Yeah, Platypus hitting some power troubles here, though. I wonder if Mesmerizer is going to get baited by the rapid shot here this time around.
Probably doing some math, figuring out what's in his own hand. Why is his opponent making this attack? I feel like you have to sniff out a rapid shot here. It's not like it could be really anything else. It can't be Vera's favor. It can't be Torch. But I guess he's okay with getting the rapid shot out of his opponent's hand in this scenario. I'm not sure if I like that decision.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I do either, but it is the line he ends up taking. And Mesmerizer, I feel like, is in his best position to just go ahead and jam with this Ricano Outlaw one more time, since he is going to refill 3 units on the board.
Yeah, he's going just as wide as his opponent. The problem is his opponent invested less cards to do so. Both are a little stuck on power here, but Platypus still has a Champion of Chaos waiting in his hand, whereas Mesmerizer kind of threw that one out already.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of not attacking there. I really like getting in the 2 extra damage and the extra Warcry trigger. Those Warcries can add up to a lot in this matchup where there isn't a lot of Warcrying going on either side.
Yeah, especially when you consider that, like, you already have a couple X2s to block. Why would you need a third one?
Yeah, and interesting he doesn't... I kind of like...
lot of interesting decisions to make here.
Yeah.
Some people say aggro is straightforward, but once you get into the mirror, it's like, we're both control and aggressive. Who is the beatdown? There's a lot of blurred lines going on here. He snapped torch that 3/3, but now it's what are your good attacks here? All right. I don't know if I value why you would value the Pyro Knight losing that here over an Oni Ronin when you rather get the Warcry. Yes, you lose out on the overwhelm. All right, he's just going in with all of the 3/2s.
Yeah, and he's gonna have 2 solid blocks there. It's not too upset. It really depends on if Platypus can find another power, and he finally does. But this is a very small Champion of Chaos. It's the biggest thing on the board currently, but it is a very small Champion of Chaos in relation.
Huh. It's an interesting A space. Like, now you're forcing yourself to rapid shot here. Your opponent's still at 19. I don't know. They're like talking about how bad their draws are, but both draws are like kind of terrible here.
Yeah, they kind of are. I didn't like the Spyro Knight attack though. Like it does put you on having to use the rapid shot. I get that the play was attack here and try and bait
the trade happen.
Yeah, I get the play of like pushing in the damage and trying to bait the Champion of Chaos to block, but one, he probably wasn't going to block it anyway, and like that was the obvious scenario. Like we saw that coming.
And a Shadow Sigil, not what Mesmerizer exactly wants to see here. I would have preferred a fire source of some sort at least, but now we've got an old-fashioned fully upgraded Champion of Chaos, unlocked Flame Blast, and this is not looking good for Mesmerizer now.
Yeah, this is the very quick beatdown. He's going to need to pick up a power here for this obliterate, and doesn't hit that. Oh, also needs a fire influence. Doesn't have anything for the flame blast, and that's just going to be Platypus's game. He's got 12 on the field. No answers out of Mesmerizer, so.
Yep, 6 + 6 is 12, and that's going to be a dead Mesmerizer. And now we get to go to post-board games with Platypus up 2-0.
Yeah, it's going to be a very hard comeback for Mesmerizer. It's certainly not impossible for Stone's Guard deck to just run off 3. In fact, we've seen it quite a few times already in this top 8 where the Stone's Guard deck just gets out of control and runs away with a couple games. But back up against the wall, Mesmerizer is going to need to get a 3-0 here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grenadin Drone being the key card in that last game for sure. It'll be interesting to see how Mesmerizer tries to adjust with that card in mind, or does he take out some number of his 1-drops? Are so important in this matchup. I don't know if you can afford to do that. Don't know. I didn't take a specific look at his board. I know we've seen a few Stone Scar aggressive decks that still ended up having Plague, but it doesn't look like Mesmerizer's on that plan. He's got Madness and Umbran Reapers in the side, and Madness can be kind of cool in this matchup, I suppose. 2 Suffocates could be brought in or Annihilate, but yeah.
I think I like the Madnesses. Like, I think Madness in this matchup can be exceptionally good. There are a lot of high value targets to steal. Champions of Chaos, obviously. Cabal Countess, if she gets activated. Buffed up Pyro Knights. Umbran Reapers, even if you can find a way to take your opponent's Umbran Reaper and then sack it in the same turn with like a Vara's Favor.
Yeah, in the traditional Stone Scar matchup, I would agree. But remember, he's up against like Burn Queen, so they're a little bit more go wide. That Platypus may just have random chump blockers back at points that really maybe hurt Madness's potential damage. So it'll be interesting to see if Mesmerizer brings those in, and if so, if they even end up being effective.
Yeah, we do see we see him mull that hand back, and Platypus with another very, very solid hand out of the gate. This is definitely going to be an issue.
Yeah, Mesmerizer getting the key on the play part at least, but that is not a pretty curve that you want to see.
Yeah, this is not terribly great.
All right, well, another Oni Ronin something.
We are going to see Mesmerizer probably, swing in with this Pyro Knight. Hope he can get the trade. Not going to get it. Going to get the Oni Ronin down. And Platypus on the other side. Well, now he's encouraged to use his Rapid Shot.
And the Grenadin Jones shows up to just spoil these 2-1's fun. Oh, man. This might be the world's best Grenadin Drone.
Yeah, this is certainly...
All right, the 3/3 also blocks 2 attack units, so Platypus opts to just use the power efficiently and go with Grenadin Drone. Because it didn't have... Or with the Instigator, because didn't have to use Rapid Ways.
Yeah, didn't even need to use the Rapid Shot with the no block, and this game is already pretty interesting. Like, it really depends on if Platypus hits more power here. And same for Mesmerizer. I mean, that's kind of been the story, I feel like, of this finals.
Yeah, they're both looking for power. But geez, these Grenadin drones are quite the stopgap in the meantime. But Torch helps stave off this 3/3 on the other side of the board for now as well. Although if you've been reading into Rapid Shot, maybe you want to hold on to Torch and wait till you make some interesting blocks for Rapid Shot. Nah, A-Space. Who cares?
Yeah, don't worry about it. We can just A-Space it in. Both the 2-1s getting traded off here. That feels pretty bad.
Yes. It does not feel good.
Nah, it feels particularly bad. And then it's going to go ahead and get the Instigator down.
Platypus, though, has plenty of choices here to make, but he's just going to go with, I'm going to play a 4/4 with Dark returning this Instigator on this board. And yeah, Mesmerizer, all right. Torch means you can attack here. Of course, the problem is you're being hit on the crackback for a lot more. Yeah, I think Platypus recognizes that and won't block here.
Yeah, Platypus recognizes that, doesn't need to block, and now Mesmerizer's fallen very far behind due to that attack right there. It would be very easy for Mesmerizer to just jam in 10 damage here, Platypus, to jam in 10 damage here if he's willing to just go ahead and commit the Rapid Shot, and he's kind of mousing at them like he's going to. We'll see if Mesmerizer wants to Torch.
Yeah, there's a Torch. I think you hold off on this rapid shot torch business just because you have a Cabal Countess anyway. Getting, yeah, all right, he's just gonna torch now.
Interesting. Yeah, cleans the unit up, gets a point of damage in or whatever. But
it cleans the unit, but I like getting a second body where you can basically rapid shot one body or the other instead. Like, of course, Mesmerizer draws the torch to answer the Cabal Countess anyways, but you didn't know that going in. And double rapid shot is lethal.
Yeah, double rapid shot's gonna do it, and that's gonna be it. I mean, that is the 3-0 finals. Platypus making a nice run here through the finals. And he ends up picking himself up a win for the first weekly of the season 3 tournament. So big congratulations to Platypus. He played excellently there in the finals. He had an amazing top 8 run. I know his top 8 was very successful. I think he had at least his first match we watched was, I'm pretty sure, 3-0 as well. So at least 2 3-0s. I think the other one might have been 3-0 as well. So a very solid run out of him. Also a very solid run out of Mesmerizer. He did an awesome job as well. Both of these players will be getting a spot in the Season 3 Invitational, which will be coming up on April 1st and April 2nd. For everybody who is new, just remember that when you play one of the ETS tournaments, if you end up in the finals match, first or second, you get an automatic invite. So big congratulations to those players, and we will be looking forward to seeing them later on in the coming months at the Season 3 Invitational, and also looking forward to seeing them hopefully come out for more tournaments as well. Some more weeklies, get some more points up.
Yeah, I can speak from personal experience that these tournaments are always a lot of fun, regardless of how I end up placing. And yeah, congrats to both players. Well played overall. And yeah, we'll be seeing them in the Invitational.
Yeah, we will be seeing them in the Invitational on April, at the very beginning of April. But that is about to do it for us, folks. We're going to go ahead and do a quick bit of rundown. First off, aReNGeeternal.com. Please, like I mentioned at the end of last break, or before last break, as it were, come on down, check out aReNGee Eternal. Plenty of tier lists, stock list articles. We host the tournaments, obviously. You can catch the calendar down there to get the exact dates of all the events we are running. I think we've got the calendar filled out for basically the rest of the year. So we have already set up the whole schedule for the next 8 or 9 months at least. So you can check that out to get an idea of what's going to be going on. Also, if you enjoyed the show today, if you enjoy all the sweet things we did here, you enjoyed the spoiler, you enjoy the tournament, all the matches, the coverage, all the services we provide, if you enjoy aReNGee Eternal as a website, please donate anything you can to us, guys. We really appreciate every single thing we get. We are completely funded off of Patreon. We don't have any ads on our site. We don't have any ads on our content. We don't run ads on Twitch. So if you guys feel that the service we provide is worth a little bit of your hard-earned money, please feel free to contribute it to us at the Patreon. There should be a link in the Twitch that someone will drop for y'all. And we do very much appreciate anything you guys contribute. It helps us keep this show running all the time. And now we have the post show. We just want to give a big shout out. Thank you to all of the people who make this tournament happen. Shout out to Reckoner, our tournament organizer. Always does an amazing job, even if he's not the best at Eternal itself. Ooh, got him with another dig. That's 2 for 2. Obviously, all of our casters. We got aReNGee, myself, Sir Rhino. Those are who we had today, and we're always super excited that Rhino's here. Thank you for joining us, Rhino.
It was a pleasure, as always.
Our production staff, obviously, Miller Tool does an amazing job. He's the reason this whole show even runs. If it weren't for him, we would not even have a video. Thank you. Big shout out to Loco Pojo, who played in the tournament earlier today, for his VOD contribution. I think we ran those during rounds 1 and 3, so thank you to him. Shout outs to X Kirby, Dragonfly, Sir Rhino, yourself, and Zariah, all for graphics contributions to our tournament, making it look nice and pretty. Shout out to Minger for our tiebreaker script. Shout out to aReNGee for making this all happen, for setting everything up and having the tournament scene. And thank you for rainwave.cc for all the music. And Rhino, you can tell everybody real quick where we can find you.
Yeah, you can mostly find me Monday through Saturday streaming Eternal on Twitch. I stream from noon till 6 p.m. I also have Twitter and all that stuff. You can just find me Sir_Rhino basically everywhere. A couple spots where it's a space or what have you. But as far as special things coming up, I have my own card to spoil on Monday's stream. So super excited about that. Direwolf Digital was kind enough to grant me my one dream. I always wanted to spoil a card in a card game, so I finally get to do it. So I'll be doing that in the afternoon on Monday, probably around 4:30 p.m. If you don't want to watch my whole stream, you can just stop on in. I'll be making a post on Reddit and stuff just so people get a heads up about it. Super excited about it.
Awesome. And thank you for reminding me, Rhino. Yeah, huge shout out to Direwolf Digital. Thank you so much. We really did appreciate the spoiler, and we hope that everybody who got to tune in today appreciated and is hyped up for next week. Like I had mentioned, we will have another surprise for y'all coming up in an article. So check those out during the week. As far as myself, you can find me on Twitter at Bairdrus. You can also find me hopefully coming to y'all soon with some Twitch streams at the Bairdrus on Twitch. Not currently up, but hopefully we will have those coming in the coming weeks. I've finished finally getting my PC set up that I can actually stream. So we'll hopefully be doing a little bit of that for fun. Also, a work in progress. I haven't come up with a title for it yet. I'm thinking about possibly calling it The Winner's Circle. But I am trying to come up with an Eternal Tournament Series podcast where we actually talk basically about the tournament strategy, sideboarding strategy, and just talking to players that I consider to be very high up in the scene, very respectable. So you could probably expect if the show gets up, we'll see people like Rhino on there, Loco Pojo, I Read Minds, obviously some of our tournament winners. And we'll try and get people like that in there. So if y'all think that's a great idea, feel free to leave me some feedback. You can PM me at Bairdrus on the Discord and let me know what you think about the idea. But I think that is going to do it for us, folks. One more time, just aReNGeeternal.com and the Patreon if you felt like this was a service you enjoyed. Also, please follow us on Twitch. That way you can know when we're streaming. We stream every weekend, hopefully, for the next year. We have all the weekends booked for like the next year. I don't think we have almost any time off except maybe 1 week. So stay tuned. We got hot stuff coming for y'all every single week. And one last thank you. Thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you to all of you who show up and make this such a great event. We love you guys. We love our players. We love everybody who makes this such a wonderful event that we get to run every single week. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. We'll hope to see you in game and back in the stream next week. Maybe either you'll be a player or maybe you'll be a viewer. Either way, we are super excited. And I think that's all for us. So signing out here is going to be Bairdrus and Sir Rhino.
Yeah. Thank you so much again. Have a great evening, everyone.
Yeah, everybody have a wonderful evening.